This is the NTSU Exec Elections
on Fly FM. VP Education.
What plans have you for next year with your manifesto?
I've got quite a few points on there, but I'll kind of give you a rough outline. One of my massive points is that I want to promote degree show fundraising through the Student Union, through their website, and potentially even use it to sell tickets as well, because at the moment a lot of art courses obviously have to do their own funding for the degree shows, and the Student Union don't really help out at all. Another key point is I want to work with the print shop and expand their services online as well.
The main points on my manifesto, firstly, that I want to introduce more interactive lectures for students, because obviously it's a whole hour of lecturers talking straight at students, so I want to make it more interactive for students. And also I want to introduce a consolidation week for students who are resitting, because obviously students that have had exceptional circumstances may have lost confidence or may be having difficulties remembering what they studied. So those are my main points.
What plans do you have for next year, which you've outlined in your manifesto?
I have some big ones. Basically, I separate it to 3 different points. I want to make students' exams easier. I've got 3 points into that. I want to improve certain systems, so like the course rep system, the dashboard. And I also want to boost up students' employability and their skills when they are here at university.
Do you feel like course reps and school reps are a valuable part of the structure of university and the preparation for lectures? If yes, why? If not, why not? And how can it be improved?
Yes, definitely. I mean, as I just said, I wouldn't really change much in terms of the system because I feel it works perfectly well. Although there are some cases people who say, oh, my school rep or my course rep's just doing it because they don't want to spend money. It's bound to happen. It's one of those things, and I don't really think there's much you can do about that. It's just human nature. But no, I think it works perfectly well, and I'd continue using it as it is.
I was a course rep, and I did speak to a lot of people and asked them what they think could be improved. And one of the things on my course, because we've only ever had consolidation week, so we asked for a reading week instead. Well, that's what people fed back to me, and I went to the Dean of Law and I spoke to her about it, and she was a little bit apprehensive, but at the end of the day, we did get a reading week, and so many students, we just had it a couple of weeks ago, and so many students were so grateful for it because it's time to catch up on work and read for one. So yeah, definitely.
The course rep system has been amazing, I think, this year. The training that I attended myself, because I'm a course rep, was really good, really helpful. I knew everything what I was doing right from the beginning. The only thing that I would improve on that is just those little extra things. I've spoken to the University of Lincoln, which currently have a really, really good course rep system, and they gave me some great tips, some great ideas. Maybe the training would be based on schools rather than everyone together. There's just a few little things that I would add rather than maybe fully change. He implemented the award system. It's great at the moment. I just want to push it a bit more and make course reps more seeable than they are now.
How are you hoping to improve communication between staff and students?
This is actually a massive issue. It's been brought up quite a few times. I want to make sort of a forum where staff can be able to speak to students in kind of a less kind of one-on-one setting, because I feel like this is quite intimidating for some students.
One of my manifesto points is that I want to improve more one-to-one feedback between students. I know obviously it's difficult and tutors can't give one-to-one feedback for every single piece of work. It's just not possible. But if there's more opportunities throughout the year for that, even if it's a drop-in session that they can go to and then they can show the tutor a piece of work and be like, this is what I've done, what do you think, how do I improve? Rather than it just being when it comes to a final piece of work and then all is said and done and they can't do anything about it.
There's a thing called dashboard system where, especially the tutorials, the tutors don't have that personal contact with them. So I'm hoping to get the dashboard going so that the students can contact the tutors more easily and more directly. And it's more like a conversation rather than having to officially send an email.
You said you've had a lot of feedback from students, but can you specify more what that feedback has been and how is that going to help you? Yeah,
I can. Feedback in terms of my policies that aim towards the art school are mainly from my flatmates and their friends, because I'm a Clifton student, I do history, but I live in City and I live with a load of students that do all kinds of art courses. But then I completely based my manifesto on the minutes from the Academic Representative Assembly. So it's all based on feedback from students and course reps saying, what they feel is wrong with their course. So I tried to aim my points to solve those issues.
If you make it as VP Education, how will you address each student's individual needs? Because obviously people come in with completely different needs.
Yeah, that's a good question, actually. I think for each individual student, first of all, I'll make it known to students that it's not just undergraduates, it's not just mature students. I want to know what each individual student wants. It could be the smallest thing, but if I can do something about it, then I want them to know that. So that's like getting myself out there and voicing that and letting students know.
How are you going to make sure that the student union and the university are listening and responding to the student voice?
It's because I think that students are the ones that develop our university. At the end of the day, it's the third years that leave that give the feedback to the whole of country, how Nottingham Trent University has been doing. And the union really does offer a lot of amazing opportunities for students to give that feedback. They do a lot of surveys, they do a lot of feedback points. And what I would like to change is that one of my main ideas is to be in the library as a VP of Education. That's the main area where a lot of students have academic problems, academic issues. That's when they stress about the exams, about the revision. And I would like to be there for 2 hours every week, just for me to personally be able to chat to them.
Just remember that for all your candidates for VP Activities, VP Community, VP Education, VP Services and VP Sport, you can view all their manifestos online.
You can also have the option to reopen nomination for any of those categories. And for all the information about the candidates, please check out the Fly FM website and the Trent TV website.